I mean, why wouldn't you?
But
all right, toughest upcoming schedules. This is from, in fact, Fox College Football, which at times they have put things up that you want to just, whoever it was should have been all but escorted out of the building. Here are the base combined opponents' winning percentage that these teams have coming up in front of them. Top of the list, Louisville. Opponent win percentage, 80. Texas, 77%. Northwestern, which has struggled after their opening win against Nebraska in Ireland. California, Mississippi State, LSU, Michigan State, Baylor, Alabama, and Kansas State. 3 of the top 10, Texas, Baylor, and K-State, have the meat of their schedule coming up in front of them among the top teams, top 10 toughest schedules coming up.
Yeah, and I'd say all 3 basically have to win this weekend, or really need to win this weekend. Obviously, Texas, I was just talking about them as kind of a, who's still in, who's out as far as them and Oklahoma State goes, and whoever wins that game. Then Texas turns around and plays K-State. Well, K-State's got TCU this weekend, so these next 2 weeks for those 2 teams are really going to, I guess in theory they could go 1-1 or something, but those are really going to say something about both those teams and kind of where they are when we look up in a couple of weeks. And then for Baylor, obviously, if they don't win this weekend, I mean, good night. Put them to bed. No question about that. If you're not going to beat Kansas at home on homecoming after the last 2 losses that you've had and the way that you've lost those games, then I'm not going to have any more well, if they can just get it to, I'm going to be done with that whole narrative, because if it's not happening this weekend, it's not happening in my mind. I mean, what are we going to go all the way? Well, it's the first week of December, but if they can, I'm not going to do that anymore. So, yeah, I'd say that it's a very important weekend for them, and they do have a tough remaining schedule. They still got Texas. They still got OU. They still got TCU. They still got Tech in Lubbock. So, yeah, I'm not surprised to see them on there, and that's why, again, this game this weekend against KU is I hate to say this every week, but this is the last time I'll say it. This is a must-win.
Kansas-Baylor's an elimination game.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. All right, so that's that. Now, here's a basketball